My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Let's begin with three siblings who were crushed to death by a speeding car at Ejusubesiase in the Ashanti region who have been laid to rest today. Hamidu Mohammed Masaudu Nalko and Abdulrahman Mohammed were killed on the edge of the road by the driver of a vehicle who police say undertook unsafe overtaking. There are, however, calls for the Ghana Highway Authority to construct speed bumps on the stretch where the accident occurred. Residents say the Anita Hotel Besiase Zongo stretch has become a death trap with as many as 4 pedestrians knockdowns recorded within a year. There's more in this report.
A community is in mourning following the killing of 3 men whose death has shocked the people. Hamidu Mohammed, age 62, and Masahud Nako, 40 years, died shortly after arriving at the Aisha government hospital. Police say the driver of the Honda CR-V car, Justice Ajoyi, who is in police custody, lost control of the vehicle and crashed into the victims after making an unsafe overtaking. News of the death of a third victim, 40-year-old Abdulrahman Mohammed, who was referred to the Komfanoche Teaching Hospital with severe injuries, swept through the community like wildfire. Adam Mohammed Mukadiz is Deputy Chief Imam, Ejusubesiase.
We are all sad because of what happened yesterday and today, the 3 of them. Their brothers, Abdul Hamid was the older brother, and then Abdurrahman is the second, and then Masoud, the NDC youth organizer, he too, and is among the 3 of them. So yesterday is Abdul Hamid, and then Honorable Masoud, who passed away yesterday. Today too, we went in the morning to go and see our Abdurrahman, because yesterday he injured, very severe injury. So they take him to Komfanoche Hospital, and then we are there this morning. The doctor came out and told us that we have lost our brother Abdurrahman. So we couldn't stand because of it. Was very, very, very sad story.
As the victims are laid to rest, residents want a speed ramp constructed to save lives. According to them, at least 4 pedestrians have been killed in the last 1 year. Audu Isaka is a resident.
And you win the first time. I see 3 or 4. The same accident you see, Nippon, or all cross wire, who didn't be a penny. Like an abundance, and penny for the restaurant, almost original. Normal wire, because a driver from Drew speed on the ban, and an order. The best room was almost wire now, yes, we are more. Now, speed round, the intimate now, almost wire, the engine free from station to Anita. And never wine. The empire, there's a penny for one. Because some drivers from see overtaking. I was honey speeding, and
Meanwhile, suspect driver Justice Ajoyi has been charged with dangerous driving, contrary to Section 11C of the Road Traffic Act. From Ejusubesiase, for JoyNews, Oiminteria reporting.
Ghana Police Service has refuted assertions made by the Ghana Bar Association that armed robbery and violent attacks are on the rise in the country after an Accra-based lawyer was gruesomely shot dead by gunmen on Saturday morning on the Bole-Bamboy Highway in the face of his family members. The GBA issued a press release urging the police to deal with the matter. The Ghana Police Service, on the other hand, maintains that the GBA's assertion of insecurity in the country is incorrect. Here's detail of a press statement shared by the police on the development. Just on your screens there, I'll share excerpts of that with you. The Ghana Police Service takes note of the statement issued by the Ghana Bar Association with reference to the murder of a member of the GBA, lawyer Richard Badombi, on the Bole-Bamboy Highway, and would like to state as follows. 1, we wish to assure the public that there's no upsurge in crime. The service is on top of the security situation in the country and remains committed to its crime-fighting efforts. 3, we fight crime every day and treat every crime with the same urgency and same professional attitude, and we regret the loss of every life. As soon as this incident occurred. The police have been working around the clock, as we do on all such cases, to get to the bottom of it and get the perpetrators arrested and brought to book. In line with the standard operating procedures, we immediately commenced an investigation into the incident, launched a manhunt for the perpetrators, and issued a statement to that effect on Saturday, May 28. In addition, Inspector General of Police and Regional Police Commander Savannah Region have been in touch with the bereaved family to commiserate with them and assure them of thorough investigation into the case. 3 persons have so far been arrested in connection with the case and are being interrogated. We'll put out further details when it is possible to do so without jeopardizing the ongoing investigation. In their commentary on this matter and rather support the police to find a quick solution to the case, wish to ensure the public that will remain focused and committed to fighting crime in the country, and is signed by DCOP Kwesi Fori, his Director General of Public Affairs. Joining me on the phone now is Moses Coogee. He is the Ghana Bar Association's Public Relations Officer. Good morning, sir. I'm grateful for your time.
Good morning. Did I hear you say I am Moses? Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Coogee.
Yeah, did I hear you mention my first name as Moses?
What's the first name, sir?
Savior, not Moses. You made that mistake yesterday. It's Savior, not Moses.
All right, Savior.
Yeah, I'm Savior
sorry.
Coogee.
Apologies for that.
Yeah, good morning, and thank you for the opportunity.
All right. So we want to establish how the Ghana Bar Association came by the fact that crime rate has gone up.
Thank you very much. I believe you're asking this question because of the press release issued by the Ghana Police Service. Am I right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. We do not have statistics, I must admit to that. But we are witnesses to happenings around that. Based on that, we made a statement. When they, in a way, came out with a rebuttal, unfortunately, they did not come out with a statistic. Yes, they may be right by saying that statistically, crime rates have reduced. But practically, I don't think that is what we see. In any case, if we say there's an upsurge in crime, we do not mean to say that the police service is not on top of crime control or fighting crime. If we had meant to say so, we would have said so without mincing words. We said they should intensify their education of the public and also the fighting of the crime. This means that already they are doing a lot. We're just asking them to do a lot more. The reason we say this is that, as far as we are concerned, it is not the fact that crime can be brought under absolute control. And if you read their own statement, they are riding on the back of others to reassure the public that they are on top of issues. So to say that they are on top of issues and that there's a level of crime rate has reduced, they may be right statistically. We are not saying that because they are on top of issues, there cannot be an upsurge. And the fact that there is an upsurge doesn't also mean that they are not on top of issues. I hope I'm clear.
Now, the police is refuting that the fact that you've seen incidents of crime does not mean that the rate has gone up. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, that is why I said that statistically, they may be right because they have the statistics. If they have put out the statistics with dates, I would have been in a better position to respond well. But they also came out with other statistics. Meanwhile, they are in possession or custody of the statistics because they are reacting to the statistics they have that per their data it has gone down. Where are the figures? We are not out to fight them, but it's unfortunate that they want to create an impression as if we want to run them down. That has never been our intention, and that is not what we did. If we had meant to say that they were not on top of crime fighting, we would have said it without mincing words. And what we meant to say, and that's clearly shown by the statement, was just to say that you guys are doing well, but we think that you need to do a lot more. That is why we use words like intensify. This means that you're already on the ground doing the work, just that you need to do a lot more. And as I said, crime control can never be absolutely done. So I don't see us doing anything wrong by just egging them on.
What exactly do the Ghana Bar Association want with regards to the departed lawyer as well as fighting crime?
Well, right. Let me make this point. Yesterday, on various networks, we have commended the police for the swift manner in which they have come up with the arrest of the 3 persons. According to the PRO of the Savannah region, they even arrested 4. But upon screening, they realized one of them was not in any way connected, so they released him. What we want them to do is just to do what they are doing. They have already started, and we're commending them. We're just saying that they cannot do it alone, so the public should assist them by volunteering information. That is why we went ahead to put That's why we went ahead to make provision for a reward to anybody who will come out with credible, relevant, and legitimate information for them to do their work. Because we admit the fact that they don't have the numbers. Even if they have the numbers, they cannot be everywhere. And it is only the public that can give them information to feed on. So what we have even done, I think they should even comment that and suggest to other interest bodies and families and other groupings that when things of this nature happen, they should actually emulate our example by making rewards available to motivate people to give them information to do their work.
I'm grateful for your time. Xavier Coogee is the PRO of the Ghana Bar Association, and he's been commending the police for doing what they're doing, but is asking that they do more, especially to find justice for people who are murdered in such crimes and also in reducing crimes. But how does the country's security situation look like in terms of crimes? We can look at that shortly on our screens, and you can tell that with violent crime in 2018, it was 265. In 2019, it jumped up to 400. Now in 2020, it jumped up to 377. In 2021, 531. We do not have figures for 2022 yet. We're already half of the year, half through the year. And if the 2021 figure is anything to go by, then it's been going up until 2020, then 2021 it came up again. Let's look at crime, violent crime and criminal arrest. In 2020, we had 342. When you talk about crime, we had 342. When you talk about violent crime, we had 377. And then you look at criminal arrests, it was at 470. In 2021, we had 430 crimes, and then violent crime, we had 531, and then criminal arrests at 610. So you can see that the arrests are always up, but what happens after the arrest is also another conversation we can have. Now, type of crime, and in percentage, if you look at crime, it was at 25.7%. If you look at the year 2020 and 2021, 25.7%. Now, violent crime at 40.8%. And if you look at criminal arrests, then it's at 29.8%. And it's coming from the Ghana Public Safety and Crime Report 2021. Now, let's look at crime and violent crime. That's a breakdown there for you. So we have murder, manslaughter, we have armed robbery, we have aggravated assault, then you have robbery, burglary, you have fraud, impersonation, there is illegal mining, rape, sexual abuse, traffic offenses, there's illegal arms possession, kidnapping, abduction, you have human trafficking and murder attempt, illegal immigration, and we have jailbreaks. We've seen quite a number of that too. We have attempted suicide, vandalism, robbery attempt, and we have bribery. Now, those figures you're seeing up there, you have 2020 and you have 2021. You can see clearly that from 2021, it has gone up. With murder and manslaughter, it went up 2021. Even in 2020, it topped all the years. And it's directly followed by aggravated, by armed robbery, followed closely by aggravated assault in that order. Still on the police in Banda Nkwanta in the Bulu district of the Savannah region have arrested 2 suspects, including a woman for an unlawfully gathering in front of local guest house. 2 others are said to be on the run. The suspects, Issa Barry, 34 years, and Amina Usman, 25, were allegedly planning to commit crime and were arrested by community volunteers who later handed them over to the police. The 2 are assisting police with investigations. A locally manufactured pistol, a dog chain, a long cutlass, 3 live cartridges and a knife and other items were found on them. JoyNews' Savannah correspondent Isaac Nonya joins us live with more. Isaac Nonya, what's the latest on this matter?
Well, the latest is that we are told the 2 suspects are being prepared for court today. And likewise, those who were also arrested at Banda Konta are also being welcomed to sent to the Bole Magistrate Court. Where we are also gathering is that the community members who were able to run up these 2 suspects were also able to trace to the hideout of the other 2 who escaped. And police reports are saying that they are closing in on them, but they are not ready now to disclose their location so that they may able to escape from their hands. Banda Konta, if you know the area, last year around July, similar thing happened, and the resident came in their numbers and arrested 3 suspects and handed it over to the police. And this year, to do 2 suspects, it's like the model operandi is always around the guest house in the areas. So they monitored their movement and realized that they were giving some suspicious behavior. Then they went on them, 2 escaped, and they got these 2 others. So the police is still calling on them to look out on the rest, wherever they are, and try to get them. Let me give you a brief picture about the area. Right from Tuna up to Bamboy, you have communities at Waka Waka, Tuna Township, Solar Township, Bole, Chache, Noiri, Tinga, and you can add Banda Konta and Bole. This area, you can add the Kui, which is also the illegal zones, the illegal mining zone, small-scale mining zone. These areas I have mentioned are all full of people, nomads who have come into the area. Burkina Faso, Togo, Benin. Now we are told that Benin people have nationals are also in the system. And it's like they have been welcomed to the extent that whatever they do, nobody bothers. So the police have also taken upon themselves to recruit these community vigilantes to be able to monitor and to give them the feedback. That is why we are getting some of these arrests from the area. Left for the police visibility, I think these people have escaped from the hands of crime.
Isaac Nonya is a man from the Savannah region. So, so far, what has police investigations shown?
So the police for them at the moment are not saying whether the people are culpable or not, but the active fans on them, they say they're still investigating to find out why they were doing that and why the attempts on them, especially the pistol. So they are still investigating the matter as to where and how they came into the territory of that guest house. We are unconfirmed reports also having that the guest house owner has been invited for cautioning.
Isaac Nonya, thank you so much for the updates. Now, a safe drug use advocacy group, Harm Reduction Alliance Ghana, has appealed to government to reduce treatment fees for drug addicts seeking rehabilitation. As the world marks No Tobacco Day today, it is estimated more than 5,000 people die annually in Ghana from tobacco-related illnesses. According to the group, it costs averagely 2,000 Ghana cedis per month to seek rehabilitation, and that may be negatively affecting the fight against drug use in general. Michael Ashali has more.
World Tobacco Day is celebrated annually on the last day of May. In Ghana, it is estimated that more than 5,000 people die from tobacco-related illnesses annually. According to a safe drug use advocacy group, Harm Reduction Alliance Ghana, it is important that government adopts fresh strategies to reduce the mortality rate. Specifically, the group is asking government to rescind its proposed plan to ban the use of e-cigarettes. They believe such a move will negatively impact the fight against tobacco use. Samuel Coogee is the executive director of the group.
Just like we can't have a crime-free society, we can also have a drug-free society. Unfortunately, some people are pushing and still pushing, and now they are scared about the impact of electronic cigarettes, which is e-cigs. But we are saying that there is no evidence as to the long-term effect of e-cigarettes. So we have to be very careful in banning or saying that completely we don't want e-cigs in our system, because by doing that, we are rather pushing people to go back to the using of combustible cigarettes. 3.5% of the adult population of Ghana are smokers. This will result in like about 5.012 dying every year from tobacco-related illnesses. It is therefore important for Ghanaians to know the health implications of tobacco smoking while also advancing tobacco harm reduction as a viable public health strategy. Electronic cigarettes could allow some smokers to progressively quit smoking. Public Health England maintains vaping is 95% less harmful than smoking. We believe that it is important to implement harm reduction as a part of government's public health strategy to ensure that citizens live healthier lives. We therefore ask that tobacco harm reduction be considered as an integral aspect of government's public health approach.
Averagely, it costs 2,000 Ghana cedis to access treatment for drug addiction from any of the 3 public rehabilitation centers in the country. Samuel Coogee believes increasing the number of rehab centers and reducing the cost of treatment could encourage more people to seek help.
I can list a number of them. There are a lot of to make treatment available for people who are addicted. So we make the treatment available, make it affordable. As I tell you now, rehabilitation in Ghana is expensive. The average Ghanaian cannot afford it. I mean, if you have to go for rehabilitation, you have to do it like for 6 months. And averagely, even in government facilities, they are charging you 2,005 Ghana cedis a month. Average Ghanaian, how many of us can afford that? So let's make treatment now. And if you go, only the 3 psychiatric hospitals, Accra Psychiatric Hospital, Panta, and Akafo, that are giving treatment services. The other ones are private. Are we not supposed to have rehabilitation centers in all over the country so that people can have access to them? So make treatment facilities are accessible, affordable.
The group hopes some of these proposals will be factored into the Narcotics Control Commission bill. For JoyNews, Michael Ashale.
Let's get onto the phone and talk more on tobacco use and how we can reduce its use. And I'm joined on the phone by Executive Director of Harm Reduction Alliance Ghana, Samuel Coogee. I'm grateful for your time this morning. I mean, you seek that the country reduces the cost of treatment for people who are addicted to tobacco. It's not that easy, but first let's look at how dangerous or what the situation looks like, the situation that we're dealing with.
Okay, so thank you very much for having me, and good morning to all your viewers. So what we are talking about is not only for tobacco treatment but for all substances of abuse. Yes, there's no doubt about the the addictive potential of nicotine. And a number of Ghanaians are not only addicted to nicotine, but to marijuana, alcohol, and other substances. And we are saying that sometimes the cost, the accessibility, and affordability in Ghana is an issue. I mean, most people, apart from the 3 psychiatric hospitals that offer some kind of rehabilitation services, majority of our population are not covered. And there's a need for us to make treatment affordable and accessible to all Ghanaians so that people who are addicted to substances can go for treatment and return back to normal life and help in the development of the country.
What is the situation as we speak? You talk about the reduction of treatment fees. What is the situation?
Well, the situation is that normally, today this is how it looks like. People who are addicted to substances, it is described drug use or substance use disorder is described as a brain disease. So it has an effect on the brain. So we can't compare it like we are treating like malaria or some acute illness. Substance use disorders are chronic conditions like you can compare them to like any mental health condition. And when we have to treat somebody, the person needs to go for rehabilitation for sometimes 6 months minimum. You know, they have to pay in the so 6 months means that if even we are paying 2,000 Ghana cedis per month or 2,005 Ghana cedis per month, you can imagine 2,005 Ghana cedis per month for 6 months. That's 30,000 Ghana cedis. I mean, how many Ghanaians are able to afford 2,000 out of their salary to pay for the service of rehabilitation for their brothers, for their siblings, whatsoever. So we are saying that government needs to come in and intervene and support the facilities that are rendering these services. That people, the services that we have, they render there can be more affordable, so that people can go for treatment. Because that's the harm reduction. When we reduce the demand for drugs, it improves the system, and people will not go back to drugs.
But let's look at the root cause. Why would people get addicted to tobacco products? Do you know?
Yes, I mean, I can't tell you for a fact that this is the main cause. The causes, we have a number of factors that we attribute are responsible for people using drugs. Some of them are genetic. In fact, there's so much overwhelming evidence that shows that drug use runs in families. But that doesn't mean that if somebody is addicted to drugs in your family, it means you are going to become addicted automatically. But you have the high potential or the high probability of you also having drug use problems. We have people pretending and portraying a social media lifestyle where everything looks nice and beautiful, you know, and we are having young people following these role models. And if the role model, dresses up and holds a cigar, they also want to dress up and hold a cigar, you know, and also have a sense of belonging. People are having issues with, like young people who use drugs. Sometimes they are curiosity. They want to try it. They want to try what it is. They also want to have a sense of belonging to their friends. So the causes of why people use drugs are varied and numerous. And the science tells us that because of the genetic basis and the other factors, these things come together to predispose somebody to using drugs.
Let me speak with Agent Frimpong, who's also joined us for this conversation. He is a former tobacco user. I'm grateful for your time, Mr. Frimpong.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get addicted to this, and how did you even come out of it?
Yeah. I started with marijuana as the peers when we were secondary school. We all were smoking, because if we were not smoking, we would not take part of our group. So I started with marijuana. Then from there, I graduated to the using of heroin. That was after I traveled to Lagos. I left Lagos for the the upper part of the country, Maiduguri. And then there I met a girl there who was using. Then he introduced me to the using by adding the heroin to the marijuana, a system we call cocktail. Then I started using. I find that I was feeling fine. Then I used it for so many years over there in Nigeria. Then I have to come back home because of the money that I was using over there. All the money that I was making over there were going into drugs. And I found out that no, I'm wasting my time over there. So I had a wife. He came back. He came to me over there. Then we gathered our things and came back to Ghana. I stopped using when I was in Ghana for some time. Then when I gave my employment back, money started coming. I started joining the other groups again, and then I started using again for so long. I was not using heroin alone. I was using the crack. And but I used it for a long time. For almost 10 years, I was using. And I have to go from a bunker to a bunker, finding better, stuff. Because you go here, you use the stuff for some time, and when you use it, it doesn't have any potent effect on you again. So you have to travel to another place. So in Ghana, most of the areas they smoke, they know me by a certain name. Okay. So I found out that no, I was losing my social responsibilities. I was not respected at the work side. My parents were not giving any attention on me. I found out that I was becoming a useless guy. I sometimes neglect my personal hygiene and other things. So
you decided to stop.
Can I continue?
Go ahead, Mr. Frimpong. So
okay.
How easy was it for you stopping from using tobacco products?
Pardon?
I'm saying that how easy was it for you when you wanted to stop?
It wasn't easy. I have to join a rehab.
Okay.
At a very expensive, amount. Because I tried to stop at home. I stopped and I get back. I got back into it again. I stopped 3 times when I was at home until I find someone who introduced me to a rehab.
Okay. Then
I joined them. It was there that I came to know about really what is drugs, then what drugs are dealing with the human being. But I studied so many things over there, and I found out that no, this is the time I have to stop. So by the help of some books, there's some teachings, and so many things involved. I draw, a recovery plan, and it works for me very well. And now I'm a man in recovery. Let me put it away, because recovery is never, it's not attained one day. It's forever. So I can't say I've recovered from drugs.
Fully recovered.
Anything at all can lure you back to the drugs again. Only to stay sober, then continue with my life.
But you are better off than before. Congratulations, Ajin Frimpong.
That is why I'm saying I'm in recovery.
You've really done well, and keep it up. Let me go back to you, Mr. Coogee. What's the role of your outfit in actually getting government to reduce treatment fee for these addicts?
Please come again. I didn't get up.
I'm asking what your outfit, your role, the role that you seek to play to actually help reduce the treatment fee.
Yeah, so, so just like we are doing, we do a lot of advocacy to advocate for services for these people. In fact, we sometimes conduct outreach programs where we go to the drug-using communities to engage them and to provide them with a number of services. Sometimes we even register them on the National Health Insurance Scheme so that they can have access to medical treatment, and that is for free. You just register them and get them NHIS cards that they can access treatment. The last time we were with them, we screened a number of them. Some of them were having HIV, some of them were HIV positive, some of them were having hepatitis, some of them were having malaria and other conditions. So we also provided them with some free medication. We got some support from some of our friends, and we give them free medications. We even facilitated some of them going for reviews, because we can't just leave them if they are HIV positive. We can't just leave them. We have to refer them to appropriate treatment so that they can be on treatment. So we are doing a lot of advocacy, and we also say that drug use should not be criminalized. The war that we are waging on drugs is not helping anybody. It's rather war on the human being, And now it's looking like now the world is now trying to wage a war on vaping. I mean, which we think that it's a reduced risk as compared to the normal tobacco smoking. So this is the kind of advocacy.
I'm grateful for your time, Samuel Hanu. He's Executive Director of Harm Reduction Alliance. We're also joined by Ajin Frimpong, who is a former tobacco addict, with some advice. Now, aggrieved residents of Teple in the South Tongue district of the Volta region have served notice they will, in the coming days, embark on a demonstration if their road networks are not fixed. According to residents, the King K Company Limited, the contractor working on the 4-kilometer stretch connecting to the district capital, is in a bad state, hence making access to the area difficult for motorists. Community leaders say the road, which is supposed to have taken 6 months, has taken well over 24 months to be completed. Members of the community say it is necessary for the government to fix the road.
Tell us that, oh, you're going to do everything for us within 6 months. Now 6 months turn into 25 months. So please, we are appealing to King K Company Limited to come and fix our road for us. People want to demonstrate and beat the community leaders, especially as they want to beat me up as assemblyman. They want to beat me up because I told them at the community meeting that the 6 months road they're going to do for us. Now it's 25 months. So they are trying to demonstrate and get something to be done for me. So that's why they see them at my back here. Maybe after today. Yeah, we'll after this year, if they didn't turn up December 2022, we'll peacefully demonstrate. We'll submit a letter to the Chief Executive Officer of South Tongue, then to the appropriate quarters for the road to be fixed for us. Because it's affecting the community life, the night lives here, day life. I mean, we depend on the road. Even a car has been knocking down the goats, the live animals, even women beings. Somebody's leg is broken at the back here because somebody's trying to dodge a pothole in town. So they should come and fix the road for us. Even the recent rain cut the road.
To me, I'm really concerned about the dust issue because the dust is really affecting. We, the motor riders, especially when you are moving for short distance that you don't even wear a helmet, your eyes are going to be full with dust. And that is my main reason. Because of that, yeah, it really affects the business because when your friend is in front of you riding, you have to really be patient because when it's moving, the dust comes more. So you have to relax. So even for places that are supposed to go for 2 or 3 minutes, you see that you lose an hour.
So we are pleading with the MP and then the DCE. And then we ask whether we are not part of South Tongue because we are not even enjoying anything. So far as we are concerned, even our MP, it's been a long time we've seen him. So it's been a long time he's been in this Teple town. Or it's just about during the 2020 elections that he came here. He have not been here again. We have not heard anything. So if now the assemblyman cannot bear the problem, we will take the law into our.
We can now go back to the Ashanti region where 3 siblings who were crushed to death by a speeding car at Ejisu Besianse in the Ashanti region have been laid to rest. My colleague, Ohim Interior of our security desk, is our man there monitoring for us. He joins me shortly. Ohime, what is the mood in the town?
For the residents of Ejisu Besianse Zongo, they are shocked and still in the mourning mood. They are yet to recover from the shock they received following the death of the 3 siblings, aged between 62 and 40. And just this morning, I was told the sister to the 3 siblings
also collapsed upon hearing the death of her brothers, and she has to be resuscitated at the Joso government hospital. Just a few minutes ago, we arrived at the Fijase District Court here to follow proceedings, where we were told the suspect driver, Justice Ajoyi, age 30, who was behind the steering wheel of the Honda CRV car that crashed into the three siblings, was expected to be arraigned. But just before you came to me, the information I picked from the investigator is that the case would not be here, but rather at the Joso District Court. So we are moving from the Fijase District Court to the Joso District Court, where the suspect driver will be arraigned.
Now, the Anita Hotel Besiansi Zongo Road, I mean, that where the thing happened, has there been any attempts to fix the road since this incident happened?
Actually, the road is already fixed. Just that it's a busy road. That part, forms part of the main Kumasi Accra road, and it's a stretch that when drivers drive and they reach that point, they have the opportunity to speed and also take overtakings on that particular stretch. So for residents, they believe that that particular spot over some time now has become accident-prone. And they say with the death of these three siblings, it brings the number of people who have lost their lives within the last 1 year to 4. And I remember 2 years ago, I covered a similar incident at that particular spot where a fuel tanker that was driving from Accra to Kumasi direction was also involved in an accident and caught fire. At that particular day, I remember vividly that some houses that were along that particular stretch caught fire, and 3 vehicles that have been parked by the roadside also caught fire in the process. And so residents believe that if the Ghana Highway Authority will construct speed ramp on that stretch, it will go a long way to reduce the speeding that drivers, ply the road speed on that particular stretch. And so the road is an asphalted road, it's a dual carriage lane linking Joso and Accra. But residents believe that if Highway Authority constructs speed ramps on that stretch, it will go a long way to save lives.
Ibrahim is our colleague in the Ashanti region monitoring that for us. He's going to the court today and we'll be bringing you updates from the court in a subsequent bulletin. Let's take a break and bring you business shortly.
Hello and welcome. Let's do business now with me, Beverly Broom. The Bank of Ghana has emphasized its commitment to bring inflation under control to reduce interest rates. Speaking at the 6th Ghana CEO Summit, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, also said the central bank is working tirelessly to partner with the private sector to consolidate the payment ecosystem to aid financial inclusion.
This year's CEO's Network Summit was under the theme, Digital Leadership for a Digital Economy, Leading Digital Business and Government Transformation, a Private-Public Sector CEO Dialogue and Learning. Delivering the keynote address, Dr. Ernest Addison said his outfit is working tirelessly to partner with the private sector to consolidate the payment ecosystem to aid financial inclusion.
On the fiscal side, as I said earlier on, the government announced a nearly 30% expenditure cut, while enhancing revenue mobilization measures to ensure the attainment of the deficit target for 2022, as well as the announcement of a syndicated arrangement to help improve the financing of the budget. The monetary policy rate hikes, reversal of the regulatory reliefs, the fiscal measures have all helped to positively impact on the foreign exchange market. And as you're all aware, the local currency has gained some of the first quarter losses. These are positive signals to boost investor confidence in the outlook.
He pledged his commitment to moving the whole economy into digitization.
In keeping with the bank's commitment to digitization of the sector, The ECD project is progressing steadily. Since financial inclusion is one of the objectives, the bank has deemed it necessary to test an offline version of the ECD that can be used for consecutive payments between individuals and merchants where there is no connectivity infrastructure.
Country managing partner for Deloitte Ghana, Daniel Kwejo Owusu, believes that the digitalization agenda is what will move the country's economy forward.
So globally, we did a research about digital leadership. 80% of employees that we spoke to said that they do not have leaders that can drive the digital agenda. That means that only 20% believe that their leaders are ready to drive the agenda. And that is something that we want to look at as we go along. In another research that we did, out of 1,254, 74% of executives said they have the digital strategy. But out of that 74%, only 15% said they have the capabilities and the knowledge to deliver what is required to be digital leaders. That means that it is clear that there's a significant gap when we are talking about digital leadership.
Some participants who spoke to Joy Business were elated about the event, saying that it couldn't have come at a better time.
I think that it is essential. For an economy such as ours, digitalization offers us the opportunity to leapfrog, actually, a lot of the step-by-step processes that other economies have gone through to get to where they are.
Wonderful participation by all the CEOs, and we really look forward to see that the great results will be achieved from there with this get-together. So it will be more interactive sessions, and the most importantly, we should get into the results.
I'm learning a lot as a new Director General of a state-owned institution, and also getting to learn from my colleagues as well, and how important and timely some decisions should be whilst enhancing the corporate image of your institution. I think it's been amazing.
Over 500 CEOs, stakeholders, and government officials were in attendance.
Meanwhile, Chief Operations Officer of the Multimedia Group, Ken Ansah, has won the Chief Executive of the Year 2021 Award, Media and Radio category at the 6th Ghana CEO Summit.
CEO of the Year, Media Radio, the COO Multimedia Group, Ken Ansah.
The Ghana CEO Network awarded Mr. Ansah for his sterling leadership, achievement, business excellence, and professionalism in the media space. We end business now on News Desk. For more news, kindly log on to myjoyonline.com.
It's time for sports. Lawrence Bedu is here with the update. Hello, Lawrence. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
So, I'm good. Premier League, what's up?
So, it could be good news for Kumasi Asante Kotoko as early as Thursday because they are on the verge of securing their 25th league title following House of Oak's draw against Kerala United yesterday.
Okay.
So, prior to yesterday's game, Kotoko fans were hoping that the party could come off as early as Monday if Kerala were able to beat Kotoko. Were able to beat House of Oak, I beg your pardon. But then House of Oak opened the scoring before Kerala left late, scoring the 83rd minute to make it 1-1. So what this means for the league table is that House of Oak are currently on 48 points, Kotoko are on 59, and they need just 1 point from their remaining 4 games. That game, they have an outstanding game against Ashgold, which comes off on Thursday. So should they get a draw, all they need to do is avoid a loss, and then they are champions on Thursday. That's how good Kotoko have been. It's like wrapping up the league title or doing a party when there's exams to play.
You don't know how the exams is going to go, but you're already jubilating.
They've won the league title with 3 games. Like, if it should happen on Thursday that they pick up a point, they've won the league title with 3 games to spare. 1, 2, 3. That's huge.
Well, we wish them well, but of course, House of Oak, they're always the masters.
Aisha, Yeah, you are third or fourth on the league table. You are claiming
They're always your masters.
Come on.
All right. Thank you so much, Lawrence, for bringing us sports. That'll be it for News Desk. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Many thanks for watching. For more news, log on to myjoyonline.com. There's updates of all the developing stories. See you again at 12.